Okay, Sistas fans, just a couple more days until we reach the season 5 finale. And in the trailer, we have a pretty serious scene where Maurice is confronting Q. It looks like this is in the airport parking garage or in the parking lot, but Maurice, confronts him about giving him his car keys back because, well, Q stole his car. First off, how the heck did Maurice get there? Did he just ride share or something? Because remember, he has no vehicle. And based on his attire, it looks like, he I don't know. It looks like his pajamas or something, just that you wear around the house. I mean, I really can't be sure here, but I do feel like it's pretty reckless for him to confront Q like this by himself, knowing he's like a thug. He's probably packing a pistol, even though technically he shouldn't have that since he's on parole. And he's in a location where, in theory, there should be cameras. And I mean, there are a number of reasons why this is a very bad idea. Because of the fact that Q is not the kind of person you should confront like this. I'm guessing that this scene is going to be maybe the cliffhanger ending of the episode, because since this scene takes place at night after everybody gets off work, I'm guessing that this episode is going to end at night. I do think that, well, couldn't Maurice just call the cops about his car being missing? Now, you could also argue that, well, since Danny, kicked Q out, he really has nowhere to go, so maybe he will park right outside of the apartment complex. But, I think that would be the smarter move regardless. I would be, laughing my behind off if, let's say, Calvin came out of nowhere running with a golf club to beat the heck out of Q. But also, I think it would be pretty epic if Maurice whooped Q's behind like he did Alonzo at the bank. Granted, Alonzo was drunk and high at that time, but Maurice still beat him down pretty good. So I'm pretty confident that Maurice could beat Q up. I think it's the size difference there, but I do think that it would be interesting for him to kind of get some get back there for everything Q put him through, even though he did it to himself. At the core, it's his own fault for how things winded up, between his place getting robbed because he let the wolf into the chicken coop, or the fox into the chicken coop, and now he's in a situation where he's probably going to have PTSD, because remember, that gun to the face is what led to him becoming an unwilling accessory to the bank robbery, and now we're in a situation where he's potentially all alone. Again, he did tell Calvin, I want him out of our lives forever, so maybe Calvin's backing him up here. Honestly, this would be a good way to kind of get some cool points back for Calvin and Maurice together, because I'd rather Calvin show up to help him take down Q as opposed to him sitting around for like 4 minutes complaining about Sabrina and Bio or something. This would be the best way to utilize the characters in order to make this finale pretty epic. But we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. I think everybody's been waiting for the Q comeuppance, but at what cost though? I still think it's stupid to confront Q to over these car keys when you could have just as easily called the cops. But then again, Tyler Perry's more about the shock factor as opposed to making sense. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you think this scene's going to play out? How do you want it to play out? And do you think it's going to be the cliffhanger ending of the episode?